Hello guys, welcome back to the channel once again. This is Brian Reaction. So guys, if you're coming across any of my videos for the first time, if it is for the first time you are coming across meeting any of my videos, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like and share. Now I have a video for you from this woman from Jamaica, and by the way, all credits to her. She has talked about very important points, the things that are happening in Jamaica, in Africa. I really want this video to go viral because this is very true and we must do something about this. So let's dive into this video, guys. I want you guys to watch this video until the end. This lady has talked about very important things that I want you guys to listen to. So let's dive into this video and I'll be back with a few reactions.
Jamaica, stop scrolling. I don't need your like. I don't even want your agreement. I just need your attention right now. Because what I'm about to say is going to offend a lot of people. Jamaica, a country that cannot feed itself, is not free. Jamaica, it is owned. I don't care how loud you sing the national anthem. I don't care how high or hard you wave the Jamaican flag. I don't care how much you even talk about independence in August. If your food comes on a ship, your freedom comes with conditions. Jamaica, brace yourself for this truth. We are not free. We are dependent. And Jamaica, dependency is just slavery with a better branding. Let me say this plain as day. If another country can starve you and they don't fire a single shot, then Jamaica, you are not sovereign. What you are is manageable. Jamaica import what we eat. Jamaica import what we drink. Jamaica import what we survive on. And then we argue about politics as if that matters. Jamaica, wanna listen to me carefully. A hungry set of people cannot overthrow nothing. Hungry belly people will never resist nothing. Hungry belly people will accept humiliation as long as the food still comes tomorrow. It's not weakness in Jamaica, it's simple biology. Because your body will betray your pride when hunger hits. Your stomach will silence your politics. Your children crying for hunger will make you sign anything. Jamaica, that is why food control is the oldest weapon on earth. Not guns, not bombs, Jamaica. Food. And Jamaica fell for the trap. Yes, Jamaica, we are taught to laugh at farming. We don't like farm. To shame those that farm and have dirt under their fingernails. To look at land work as if it's backwards. While those same countries that encourage you to laugh at yourself and laughed at us were securing their food supply. Now look at Jamaica. Look at Jamaica, fertile land sitting idle. Our farmers are struggling and imported poison is filling our shelves. Yes, our children are eating things our ancestors would never touch. And yet still Jamaicans are talking about freedom. Freedom where? In the supermarket aisles that empties when ship don't come? In prices set by people who don't even live in Jamaica? In a system where one storm, one sanction, one disruption can collapse our entire life? Jamaica, be honest. If the ship them stop coming for 1 month, Jamaica, just 1 month, Jamaica will break. Not hypothetically, but factually, Jamaica. Hospitals will panic, schools would close, crime will explode, and the same Jamaicans, we would turn on each other. Jamaica, that's not a free nation. That's a hostage population. And here's the part Jamaicans don't like to hear. This did not happen overnight. It was actually engineered. Because you don't conquer a country or a people anymore by marching in with soldiers. You conquer them by disconnecting them from land, from food, and from self reliance. And then you call it development. It's sad, but Jamaica was trained to be dependent. Yes, Jamaica was trained to import, trained to believe that survival came from outside. And now we are shocked and angry that the outsiders decide our fate in Jamaica. Jamaica, I want to ask you something very uncomfortable. Whoever feeds you controls you, right? That's not philosophy. That's the facts of life. Jamaica, that's why a starving man will not negotiate. That's why a hungry nation will not rebel. That's why food insecurity always comes before a social collapse. And I'm not blaming the people because I will never blame the people alone. Dependency was done by design because the system rewards dependency and punishes independence. You don't believe me? Try growing food and see how hard it is. Try being a farmer and see how little support you get. Try being self-sufficient and see how invisible you become. This is not accidental, Jamaica. This is on purpose because a self-feeding nation, Jamaica, is considered a dangerous nation. Why? Because a self-feeding nation can always say no. No to bad deals. No to exploitation. No to fear. And no to silence. And fed people think more clearly. Fed people will plan. Fed people are harder to control. And that is why this hurts for you to hear, Jamaica. Because deep down, you all already know this. Your bones know it, the water in your body know it, and our ancestors knows it. You feel anger, tension, and anxiety. Jamaica, that's what dependency feels like. And before I come up here and say, so fifth element, what you want with it do? Simple, Jamaica. Start by telling the truth. Stop pretending that we are free, especially when we are fed by permission. Stop romanticizing struggle. Stop calling survival resilience. Jamaica, resilience is not a goal. Resilience is what you need when something is wrong. Jamaica, until we can feed ourselves, everything else is just pure noise. Politics is noise. Elections is noise. And the speeches are noise. Because hunger doesn't listen to speeches and freedom does not grow in dependency. And Jamaica, if this made you uncomfortable, good. Discomfort is reality knocking. Because Jamaica, a country that cannot feed itself, is not free. Jamaica, a country that cannot feed itself, will never be free. Jamaica, you will only be tolerated as long as you behave. And the question is not if this is true. The question is, Jamaica, how longer are we willing to live like this and still call it freedom? Jamaica, sit with that. Don't scroll past it. Sit with it.
So welcome back, guys. I hope you have watched that full clip. Those are very, very true facts. True facts. Big up once again to this Jamaican lady. This is an upcoming Mia Motley. This lady will be doing so much for our country, so much. Because, it's very hard to find, somebody of her age just come out and speak such matters freely in public. It's very, very difficult. So big up once again. I always love seeing such people coming out and telling the truth. Many people know the truth, but they will never speak this truth. They are always silent. They fear telling these things. But when you meet such people coming out and telling these things freely, and these are true things, Jamaicans know this is very, very true. Not even just Jamaica. The things that this lady has talked about are also happening even here in Africa. So they cut across Caribbean, they cut across Africa. We are being silenced by this issue of dependency. She has talked about very, very important matters that I want us to talk about now. If these people conquer us, one way they use to conquer us is by disconnecting. So when they give us food, when we give them our land and they give us food, now they have this ability of now conquering us because they know we depend on them fully. Now we have farmers in Jamaica. We have farmers in Jamaica. I wonder why Jamaica will go and import food from outside when we have farmers. And one thing about these people is that they are always very, very smart. They are always trying to find the weak points. When they come to your country, they just find the weak points. They will pretend that they are helping. They will pretend that they are so good to you, but they are always very, very smart. And dependency is very, very bad to a country. Very, very, very bad. Very bad. So these issues that she has talked about are happening in Jamaica and they're also happening here in Africa. Now you will go to maybe a supermarket or maybe a shop and you go buy something that we can manufacture, something that our farmers can provide, something that our factories can provide. And when you go to find where it was made, you find that it was manufactured or made in China, made in Japan, made in, I don't know, USA. And you wonder, why is that so? Because we can do that in our own country. We can manufacture that. We have all the resources that are needed to manufacture that. And by the way, you will find to some extent that that thing that is being manufactured, maybe in China or these countries, the resources were even obtained from our countries. Now, how will we go far? How will we even go to our next level when we depend so much, when we cannot even feed ourselves? How? Because if they know that we cannot feed ourselves, if they come in and provide food for us, if they come in and provide everything for us, and now they come to our country and we give them lands, and then that's how they are taking, they're trying to occupy our land, they're trying to occupy everything that we own, and that's how we will be silenced. So we will never be dependent, never ever. So the matters that this lady has talked about in this video are very, very, very true, because the survival from outside is decided by our fate. If these people, we are letting them coming in, bringing in all these things, food, you find that most of African countries, even Caribbean countries, we cannot even, manage or fund our hospitals. Our health system is very, very poor. Now we are forced to depend on them for everything. Food, health facilities. They come and construct roads for us. They come and construct buildings for us. Now, how will we even move the next step? Because the things this lady has talked about in this video, Mia Mottley has been speaking them, Abraham Toll has been speaking them, and now how will we be free? Because Jamaicans are claiming that they are free, and now look at how the Chinese are controlling that land, that beautiful Caribbean. People have been saying that it is being owned by the Chinese. Why? It's because the Chinese are the ones who are always, who are almost controlling everything. The businesses, they are being given deals by the government, constructing roads, and we have engineers in Jamaica. We have everything in Jamaica, but now foreigners are taking care of everything. So we will never free. She's very true. She has said a true fact that we are not free and we will never be free. Dependency is very, very bad for any country. If we cannot depend upon ourselves, then they will come in. Now look at how, for instance, a country like Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore has made sure, he has managed to make sure that these people cannot, dare come to his country and control them. Why? These people are manufacturing at almost everything. They have almost everything. This guy has made sure that they have all the machineries that they need, to make sure that their farming, the farming is going on. He has built factories for them. He has made sure that everything is done in Burkina Faso. So Burkina Faso can never at any point get food from outside. And that's how you become dependent. That's how you become free. You become free when you don't depend on these people. You become free when you stop them from coming close. That's the only way you become free. Now, our leaders have become puppets. They're doing nothing about this. So it's not just all about the people. It's all about our leaders because they are the ones who are responsible of making sure that we have everything we need. Because look at how Ibrahim Traore boosted the agricultural sector in Burkina Faso. Look at how he did that. Now, he made sure that there is no importation of food because they will be able to do everything at home. They have everything they need. At some point we have all these things, but we don't have the machineries to process these things or to make sure that we are getting these things maybe into the supermarkets. Now we are forced to get them. You go into the supermarket, you are going to buy a bread and you see that, it's made in China, manufactured in China, and you wonder, even just bread, we have to get bread from China. Like, seriously. It is always very, very sad. So big up to this Jamaican woman. She has talked of very, very true facts. Shout out to her, all credits to her. So Jamaicans in the comment section, I don't know what you guys have to say about this woman because she has talked about very, very true facts, and I know you guys will all agree to that. Some of you will just, you don't want to be told the truth, but that is the truth. So big up once again to her. Until my next video, one love.